Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to a brand new video. As always, thanks for taking the time to be here. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do because we're always creating videos like this to help coaches, consultants, client business owners, really any expert that serves clients. If you have clients, this is the type of content that can change your business, help you grow your business, revenue, sales, and all that good stuff. So, if this is your first time, welcome. My name is Rick. I'm the founder of Teaching Online Business, where we help coaches, consultants, client business owners grow and scale their business. Today, I want to talk about something that's super important for everybody, and it's knowing what your clients want. So, we did a podcast about a year ago, and it's been our most popular podcast, and it was titled How to Find Out What Your Clients Want. And after many sales calls, literally well over 1,000, we've seen these patterns exist, and there's no question about it. This is one of the main reasons that coaches, consultants, and experts struggle and they don't grow their business. They're in for a little bit and then they die out. So, when it comes to offering whatever it is you do, there has to be demand for it. There has to be a market for it. But here's the problem. Many coaches, consultants, experts, they know there's a market for something and they try to create content, messaging, and different things like that, and they just throw it out in the market, but it's all based on what they think the market wants. And what happens is it's usually wrong. They put everything out and they hear crickets, and nobody's interested in what they're offering or how they're communicating it. It just don't get attention. But why? It's because many people presume they know what their clients want and they put it out there and they're usually wrong. Before you do anything, one of the most important things any coach, consultant, expert, client, business owner should do is talk to the market. Because if you talk to the market, they're going to tell you exactly what they want. Now, that's easier said than done, but there's many ways you can go out there to find out what the market wants. And you have to understand this is step one. This is the very first thing you should be doing starting a business or even growing a business. You should always have that communication line with the market because markets change, right? What they want today may not be the same in about 3 months, 6 months, a year. It's always a change, and you have to have a consistent communication with the market in order for you to be dialed in on your content, dialed in on your messaging. This is how we can create content, and our prospects are reading this and they're like, wow, this is like, you're like reading my mind. Many of you, you've been following some type of expert and they're talking exactly about what it is you need to know. You remember that? How it just clicks. You're like, wow, this person really knows what he's talking about. Like, he's like inside my mind. Him or her. Political correctness these days. Anyway, that's super important because that's people you're going to pay attention close to because it's like they know. And when you're on point like that with your communication, with your messaging, with your content, you're finally going to get the attention you need in order to grow your business. So, how do we do that? It's pretty simple in theory. You talk to the market. But how can we talk to the market? Well, you have to go out there and you have to talk to them. And there's a lot of different ways we can do this. How can we get feedback? Essentially, we are creating a feedback loop. And these are important. These feedback loops are very critical because they create and show you, excuse me, they create and show you everything that your clients want. And that's how you can create marketing and messaging that is dead on point. This is how you get attention. So, how do you create it? You have to talk to the market. How do we talk to the market? You gotta go out there and talk to prospects. There's a lot of different ways. Number one, surveys. Surveys is one way that you can find out exactly what your client wants. And we use these in our funnel. So when we get a prospect in and they become a lead, we send them a survey afterward, and we're talking about some key points. What made you sign up today? What made you reach out? What made you decide to apply to work with us to get into our program? These surveys can give you a lot of important data, and you don't want to make it real specific. You kind of want to leave it open in a sense because you want them to tell you everything that they can, right? So that's going to be super important. Number two, another way you can do is Facebook groups. You can do is start in your own Facebook group, or you can join other Facebook groups. Now, when you're joining other groups, it's kind of tough because you can't do everything that you want. So I'd highly recommend you start your own Facebook group and make sure you name it something really specific to what it is that you do as a service. You want that name. It's important organically. Plus, you want people to see your group name and know what it means, because more people's going to join. If it's something weird or something that they can't connect with, you're going to have trouble growing that group at first. And it's always a little bit difficult to grow it at first. But once you have these people in here, especially your own Facebook group, there's a ton of different things that you can do. Ask questions. That's the big thing. Now, you can also use live Q&A. You can do Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Both of those have big communities where you can reach out, and what you're looking for when you're collecting all this data, what you're looking for is patterns. You want to see what certain things are coming up the most, right? Just like me testing my content, I found out a lot of you want to know how to find out what your clients want. Not only did I see that pattern in our content, in our podcast, this is something that always comes up when we're talking to prospects on the phone. How do I know what my clients want? Seems like nobody's paying attention to what I'm doing. Nobody's paying attention to my content, my messaging. They're not reacting to it. What's going on? And usually that goes back that you're not focusing on exactly what your client wants. And there could be different things. And there's a big difference between need and want. You focus on the want. The need, second fiddle, always. You focus on what your clients want. So, getting back to all the different ways. Number one, survey. Number two, Facebook groups. Number three, live Q&As. Number four, think about the internet forums. Forums are another way where you can get into a specific community and begin talking to people. And it's the same thing with Instagram. You can follow Instagram groups and different things to that nature. But ultimately, what you need to do is talk to your market. You look for the patterns, see what's coming up the most. That is essential. I can't stress it enough. That is so important because everything you do, that's a top thing. Everything you do below, your content, your messaging, all that, your marketing, before you can do that, you have to know what to focus on. Don't guess. Don't just assume. Don't go out into the market and talk to two people and expect to know and fill out everything, in your funnel, your sales pages. I mean, there's a lot that goes into marketing. You don't want to do it. You want to talk to dozens and dozens of people. Ideally, you want to talk to as many people as possible. That way, you can look back, look through the data, and you're going to see patterns. The more people you talk to, the more patterns you're going to see. So, this is how we always find out what our clients want. We're not wasting time creating content that they don't care about. And that sucks when you go out there and you create 30 social media posts, you create 30 videos, and nobody's paying attention. That sucks. You're wasting time, money, and effort. And I don't want you to do that. So before you do any of that, even if you had to start back over, say you're a coach or a consultant, and you've been doing this for years, and you're just not getting there. You're not getting the attention. You're not growing sales revenue. Start back. Get back to that, and I promise you, you're going to see a lot better results when your content, your marketing, and all that good stuff is focused around what your clients really want. And the only way to find that out is talking to the market, period. So I'm going to put a link in the description below for our podcast, a really good podcast where every episode is actually something that you can listen to, implement, and get results. So we're dead serious on everything that we create being actionable. So make sure you go listen to that. And as always, if you're a coach, a consultant, an expert, client, business owner, and you're struggling, get into our program. Man, our program is awesome. And I'd love to talk to you about it because this program changes lives. Like if you're dead serious about growing and scaling your business, this is the best way to do it. teachingonlinebusiness.com. You'll see a link in the description below for that. So appreciate everybody taking the time to listen. Again, if you haven't subscribed, hope you found this useful. Leave a comment. Love to know what you think about finding out what your clients really want. So until next time, I'll see you later.